This episode is a fucking mess. But we finally get to talk about Lila and her wigs without a leak warning, yes. Which also means I can't gotta keep my Psycho Baby series. At least I can gotta keep Iris Verdi. So we start the episode with Adrian, who can't fill his orientation form to tell the teachers what he wants to do next year or something. Basically, since it's the end of the school year, they gotta fill these forms with what they wanna do because they're in 9th grade, and in France when they graduate 9th grade they're supposed to go to like different orientation schools. I think that's how the system works. Here we just go to normal high schools. The closest thing to orientation high schools is EPL, but it's actually just this every day, so I wouldn't suggest y'all go there. The only good thing about them is that you don't need good grades to graduate that shit. Like you could get a 0% and they'd let you pass. Slay, I guess. Anyways, back to Adrian. Since he's a little sentimonster, no thoughts, head empty, he doesn't know what he wants to do, but Gabby is sending him to a private school in London. Wonder how long that will last. Also, he still hasn't told Marinette he's going to London. Okay, but like, has he told his BFF Nino? Are they not BFFs anymore? Okay. Tiki asks what the little kids watching would ask, and Marinette explains to the 9-year-old audience what a teacher's rep meeting is. Alya wants to specialize in literature. Nino movie director. Milan earth defender. Ivan child caretaker. Rose hairstylist for unicorns and dragons. Juleka we don't know. Sabrina nurse because she loves taking care of other people, which is emphasized by her feeding Chloe as she says that, but that's not taking care of people, that's just a toxic one-sided friendship. Also, they're really going overboard with Rose and her cuteness, like, baby, I think it's time to grow up. What a serious answer. What kinda unicorns and dragons is this little girl talking about? Busana is not real. Anyways, Marinette is worried about the rep meeting because she doesn't trust Lila and Chloe. Speaking of Chloe, she wants to be nothing, or sorry, she wants to do nothing because she's rich. Lila's response is the funniest, like, I love my baby girl, she's so silly and goofy. This bitch said she wants to resolve every political conflict on the planet in order to establish world peace and solve the environmental crisis. Also, free candy for everyone. I was pulling my hair, like, she's so funny. The sarcasm is so me. She also says she would have written down she wants to be Marinette's best friend, but that would have been a lie just like the rest. No free candy for anyone then, damn. Marinette points out Adrian's form is still empty, and we cut to the class. Marinette gives Lila and Chloe the forms, and later they enslave Sabrina in the closet and make her destroy them with a shredder or something. Lila explains her plan to Chloe, which is making new forms with things that don't align with what the students wanna do except Marinette, so they can frame her and give those to the teachers' meeting. I don't know how the fuck they thought this was going to work, since Marinette's classmates have known her way longer than they've known Lila, and they should know she would never do this. Also, she literally has existence. She didn't do it like we see later on, unless they just dumped down the characters like they did in other Lila episodes to make her seem like a good manipulator when she's not. I guess. Chloe proves herself to be dumb as hell. Exhibit A. Also, Chloe says her father taught her to think that in case of a problem you should always blame it on your predecessor. I raised an eyebrow, I'm not gonna lie. Where did innocent little Andre go now? So we're forging forms, and Chloe says the obvious. Sabrina the hypocrite says she can't do this because she doesn't want to hurt people. But she was enjoying herself in that derision flashback. Then Marinette almost died, so now what? Moving on, the class is gathered in the boiler room because Nino is worried about the resistance splitting and he thinks they should all go to the same school. But they all have different interests, so they can't. The red-haired one says he can't go to that school because the art courses he wants to take are only available at another school. Oh no, the show would be so different without you. I forgot who you are. Wait, what do you mean he was in season 1? I don't remember him. Guys, don't bomb my house, that was a jokey joke, I don't hate him. The purple-haired bitch is mad because they're not allowed in the boiler room or something, and the bushy eyebrow bitch says he asked them to go check if there are roaches. How come you're not suspending them from your school with a stupid excuse like you did in Adoration, silly hoe? Purple-haired bitch says if she were principal things would be very different. Oh, foreshadowing. Guess what, baby, you're about to be. In this scene, while these two talk, Marinette walks out of the boiler room to go on her phone and she looks worried. Keep that in mind. Back at the flop meeting, Milan says they should ban career forms and they all cheer. Next day, Adrian comes with his form filled out and they go to Lila, Chloe and Sabrina, who looks defeated. Lila says she'll defend his form with her life, meaning she'll rip it with the shredder and make a new one. Before she does that, they go to the bathroom, but there's tape crossing it like they can't go in. But somehow there's another bathroom they built next to it. Lila reads Adrian's form which says he doesn't know what he wants to do later in life but that he loves Marinette. Cringe ass. Oh, it stinks in here. Is it Lila's musty wig or Adrian's corny ass? Vote down below. Just kidding, it's cute I guess. But I agree with Chloe, he's a little pathetic. Then it cuts to the teachers' rep meeting. They changed Alya's form to say optician and the teachers find it weird but Lila compares being an optician to being a blogger and making people see. And Principal Albage says it makes sense because Alya wears glasses. Okay, you've never supported your students, be so for real. They also made Juleka's form say she wants to repeat the year even though she's repeated it before. Caline says she's doing better and there's no reason to repeat. Lila says that maybe until she repairs her speech impediment she wants to stay on familiar ground. So we're exploiting people's struggles for our own gain now, yes Miss Lila. By the way, Chloe is filing her nails this whole time, she's not doing shit. Lila is carrying this meeting. After the meeting we go back to the class and they get their forms that were remade by yours truly. Juleka sees her form and gets akumatized for the millionth time by Gabby, who thinks he's having a wet dream with all these negative emotions. Also, the magical charm doesn't work on Juleka. Gabby is leaning into psychopathic territory and he has been, but like, be so for real, did you really think Reflecta was going to get the miraculous for you this time? After 50 million times you fucking flop? Do you not learn? I swear repeating the same shit over and over and expecting different results is literally psycho shit. Like that's his whole personality now. What she says to them next isn't relevant to what's happening and I'm confused. What does looking the same have to do with being together or whatever she said? Maybe she should repeat the year, I don't know. Apparently Caline has been there this whole time? She hasn't said a word and the screen never cut to her, I don't know why. That's how relevant she is. Marinette transforms in the new bathroom and I wonder how nobody heard her because there's supposed to be a speaker in there for Lila and Chloe later? What happened to the speaker? Is it not there yet? Who put it there and when? Perhaps you should ask what he thinks first before suggesting a career change? Bitch, not you rubbing salt on the wood, shut up. That explosion looked cool, I'll give them that. They defeat Juleka for the millionth time and Ladybug gives her another useless magical charm to add to her collection. They're all back in class and Lila says she defended the files Marinette gave her and did nothing else. My first thought was, is Caline in here or not, because again they don't show her on screen until later. Marinette's form is intact and Chloe says, ha, so you're a villain. Chloe is dumb as hell. Exhibit B. Lila starts her little speech but not before she steps on Chloe's foot to shut her up. She claims Marinette faked these forms and tried to destroy everyone's future because they elected her to be class rep and she's jealous. I don't fucking know anymore. Marinette says she couldn't have faked these forms and Lila says she could by forging everyone's handwriting, but she says she doesn't know how to do that, unlike Sabrina. Chloe pushes Sabrina expecting her to play along but she admits she faked the forms. Lila asks Sabrina who asked her to do that and she says they did. Chloe makes it obvious Sabrina is not lying but the class is sitting there looking like deer in the headlights. Y'all were wrong, Chloe is not a good villain, she's too dumb for that. Or not? I swear she used to be smarter than this. Like, are they just dumbing her down to make Lila look smarter? Guess so. Lila turns this into a hearts game and gaslights Sabrina and tries to twist it into Marinette manipulating her. Sabrina says Lila is turning everything she says against her and Lila pressures her to say it was Marinette's fault in front of everyone. She says she has proof and that her father will put them in jail and runs out to the new bathroom. We'll talk about the bathroom in a bit, just hang on. Lila reminds us Caline is in the classroom and asks her if she and Chloe as class reps can go talk to Sabrina, who apparently doesn't know what she's saying. She's right though, Sabrina is damn fragile. Thanks to Chloe. The three of them are in this bathroom and Chloe is yelling at Sabrina and says to show her the proof the mentioned, otherwise she'd make her father fire hers? Is that how it works? Okay. Sausage Wig Girl tells her to calm down and that she'll get them caught if she keeps being mad. She asks Sabrina what her proof is and admits that she lied about going around the world so she wouldn't have to go to school. Interesting, I guess? How did she pull that off without her mommies realizing? I don't fucking know. And no, Sausage Baby, you can't convince Sabrina's father to put his daughter in jail, that's literally not how it works. Unless you have lying superpowers. After this little monologue where she called herself out, Sabrina pushes some button and suddenly everybody is looking at them gasping. So here we find out the person Marinette was talking to on the phone when she walked out of the boiler room earlier on was Sabrina, who was calling from the trenches, sorry, the closet. She explains the plan that made zero sense. Let me break it down because I'm so confused. They put this sticker on the bathroom door to keep everyone out and hired some people to make a new bathroom in the span of a day. In the middle of the yard, with a mirror that they can remove like a window with the push of a button and a speaker because they were so sure Chloe and Lila would join Sabrina in the bathroom and not drag her out by the foot. Were all these people listening outside the whole time? Like they follow Lila and Chloe when they walked out? When the hell did they get there? Also when they show the workers making the new bathroom the principal is there. How the fuck did Marinette convince him to let her do that? Like how did he agree to let her ruin the school property? This plan was so dumb and expensive for no reason. Why did she have to build a new bathroom when she could have just put a speaker and a removable mirror thingy in the bathroom they already had? I mean, yeah, that's stupid anyway, but not as expensive as this was. I still don't know how Marinette convinced bushy eyebrow guy to let her do this. Genuinely, what was her excuse for this? Hey principal, can you hire these people to make a new bathroom even though the one we have is perfectly fine? And can we make it look like there's a problem with the old one? Also, can we add this DI 5-minute crafts mirror? I want to expose Lila. What do you mean you're suspending me from your school for suggesting this? Moving on. Caroline, you don't owe her an apology, you owe her all your money. Alya apologizes to Marinette after 7 years for not believing her against Lila, and Marinette says lying is a powerful superpower. So does this mean Lila has lying superpowers, or is this a metaphor? I don't fucking know. Suddenly we're in a parallel universe where bushy eyebrow bitch expels Chloe and Lila. Chloe calls her father and he tells bushy eyebrow bitch not to expel them. What does Lila have to do with this? Shouldn't he also call Lila's guardian or something? Why does he never call her mom? Anyways, owl bitch says okay since that's the mayor's orders. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this can't happen. Like realistically. Can a mayor do this? I don't think so. I know we're touching on the topic of abuse of power, but this isn't the way to do it, because since when do mayors do this? Like, these circumstances are so goofy, I can't take this seriously. Why do you want your daughter to stay in this particular school so bad? Like, why this school? You can put her in another school in 2 seconds. Alman asks if they can review the files again and Andre says no and he looks sad for a moment. Why are they trying to make us feel bad for these two? It's not happening. Grown-ass men pretending to be all that. Oh, now you care about your students being unhappy? Whatever happened to you suspending Soqueline and Marinette, you piece of shit? Don't act nice now, come on. Also, Andre says reviewing the forms again would mean acknowledging this whole situation with the forged forms and ruining the institution's image. Don't you wanna fire this guy anyway? Go ahead and expose them or whatever. Andre's final response is c'est la vie and he hangs up. When he hangs up, we find out Audrey was there this whole time and she tells him he's not getting fired either. Was she guiding him, or what the hell does this mean? No, seriously, they never came back to this. Was she telling him how to respond, or y'all will never be Adalia and Alatar, don't even try. So now this guy is upset apparently, and this scene is very weird to me. They all screech positive affirmations that he doesn't deserves, telling him he's a great principal and shit. Are they possessed? Marinette sees that the magical charms in everyone's pockets start lighting up somehow. Close right, this guy is a coward. I don't know why these kids are lying in his face. The writers just now decided that the magical charms react to emotions after how many seasons? I don't know. This was so out of nowhere, honestly. Caroline reluctantly gets Lila and Chloe out after Marinette tells her, and gets other people inside to do this ritual. Did nobody notice Adrian leaving and Chat Noir coming in just in time? Okay. Almond says he's worse than a supervillain, and I'm so glad they're finally acknowledging this. Yay. Then Juleka speaks loudly and praises Almond. Hooray, I don't care. Have they ever called it a speech impediment before? Like, this whole time I thought she was just shy. Gabriel, stop stalking this fucking school and go do something else. Worry about your son not being there or something. Oh right. The magical charm turns into a big shield thingy out of nowhere and purifies the Akuma. This is the first and last time this will happen. I hate seeing people be wrongly praised. Like, yeah, keep that in mind for the finale. Gabby, you're always defeated by a bunch of kids. I don't know why you're surprised. Almond gets the mayor to show up and he keeps being a corrupt little shit. Almond stands up to him and I feel nothing. He's fired and he tells the kids to fill new forms. Is Adrian going to write the same thing as last time? Someone save us. And after all of this, Almond still isn't calling Lila's mom. Did she tell him she's an orphan? The flop packs his things and leaves and the others are clapping at him. We're finally free from this cunt, yay. Ladybug and Chat Noir talk about the charm incident and Marinette pretends not to know what happened and doesn't question that Chat Noir was there just in time to catch that. Almost like he goes to that school. Makes sense I guess because there was an Akuma from that school earlier? Anyways then Chloe comes in Caline's class and Caline asks where Lila is. Chloe says she's not her mother and speaking of I still don't know why nobody is calling her. Chloe damnation arc discussion yeah we get it and Caline says Chloe will be receiving some special attention from her blah blah you'll be fired in the next episode. Chloe walks out and gets a call from Lila who went to her other school without her wig and says the war is only just starting. And somehow nobody saw her taking the wig off and throwing it in the trash can? Makes no sense because she's a few feet away from the kids who then call her Cerise. And apparently she's a movie star who just finished her movie shoot. Can't wait to see it. Speaking of I made a Cerise AI chatbot in honor of Cerise's birth link in description. So I guess this is the death of Lila Rossi since she threw the wig away? We love symbolism but like you just threw away a perfectly good wig why not donate it or something? Oh right. But like what if somebody found it there? I'll talk about Cerise and the zero consequences she faced from this in my collusion commentary video. Sabrina's redemption was odd. Like a lot of what she said before forging the forms conflicted with objectively worse shit she's done before yet this is where she draws the line. Same with what they made her do in Adoration. This is why derision is the worst case of retcon to ever exist in animation. She was enjoying tormenting Marinette there what happened now? Character development that we never got to see? Cool. Also the magical charm shit came out of nowhere but I guess this episode gets a 4 out of 10. Only good part was the post-end card scene. Also I'm glad Alman was finally ended and dealt with. Finally. Thank you Andre. Caline next please.